cracks and ice under the Mars lander up here. A new surface feature, now thought to be ice, beneath NASA's Phoenix Mars lander, visibly changed sometime between mid-June and mid-July. Close-up images show. The Phoenix's Mars lander robotic arm camera took the first close-up image of the hard feature, dubbed Snow Queen, on May 31st, 6 Martian days, called Sols, after the craft landed. The $420 million mission is digging up and testing samples of Martian dirt and ice to see if the red planet might have been habitable at some point in the past. But they have found water, and that's definite. Absolutely. There is water on Mars. Thruster exhaust, intended to slow the spacecraft's descent, blew away the surface layer of dirt covering Snow Queen as the craft landed, exposing the hard layer of ice, which had featured several smooth, rounded cavities. But now, more recent images show that some of the smooth texture of Snow Queen has slightly roughened since then. Cracks as long as 4 inches have appeared in the hard layer. A pebble or clod about 1/3 of an inch long, not seen before, also popped up to the surface. There's definitely something going on here. Images taken since landing showed these fractures didn't form in the first 20 sols of the mission, said one Phoenix co-investigator of the University of Colorado in Boulder. We might expect to see additional changes in the sols or days ahead. The long-term monitoring of Snow Queen and other patches of ice exposed by the Phoenix Mars lander is unprecedented for science. This mission has offered the first chance for scientists to see visible changes in Martian ice at a place where temperatures are cold enough to keep the ice from immediately vaporizing or sublimating after it is exposed to the air. The Phoenix team has also been watching ice in the Dodo, Goldilocks, and Snow White trenches with its stereo camera and the robotic arm camera. Only the robotic arm camera can reach to see Snow Queen under the lander. Other previous images showed that centimeter-sized chunks of ice scraped up in Dodo Goldilocks lasted several days before disappearing. Presumably, yes, they vaporized away. What formed the cracks in the ice? There are several different theories for what caused the cracks to form in Snow Queen, but there are difficulties with all of them. One possibility is that the temperature changes throughout the Martian day have expanded and contracted the surface enough to create stress cracks. It would take a fairly rapid change to form the fractures seen in the robotic arm camera images. Another theory, or hypothesis, is that the exposed layer has undergone a phase change that caused it to shrink. For example, salts in the layer could have lost water molecules attached to them after a few days of exposure, causing the layer to shrink and crack. Although that's probably not the best explanation, because dehydration of salt would first form a thin rind and finer cracks. Another possibility is that these fractures were already there, and they appeared because ice vaporized off the surface and revealed them. The small pebble that popped up after 21 sols could be a piece of the original surface that broke free, or it might have fallen down from somewhere else. So, we are going to have to study the shadows a little more to understand what's happening. There's still a lot to learn and a lot of things to find out. There's a lot to find out about Mars. Mars is a very interesting place. And Mars, yes, it could be habitable. Yes, it could be. And when manned missions go to Mars, they're going to need water when they get there. And so we have it. There's water on Mars. It's official. Yes, it's official. And, well, you're going to have water when the astronauts get there. People are going to have water. It's there. And water is life. And water is alive. It is a part of the spirit of the living God. These are more signs of the end times, transition days. There are many, and there are many signs.